Hello everyone, my name's Jen, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for being part of my YouTube family. I'm really excited today because we're going to be creating a super pretty Christmassy nail look, and we are doing this to celebrate that I have reached 100 subscribers. I am so excited and so thankful for each and every one of you. I have a fabulous little gift bag full of amazing goodies. So I'm gonna do a separate little little video after this. So they will go up at the same time. So make sure you click on that really short video and see how to enter and how how you could possibly win a goodie bag full of nail art supplies. So let's get right into today's video. So we're going to be using a bunch of different products from a bunch of different companies. The base colors are going to be the Vetsy Solid Gel Polishes. We're going to use number 115, which is the white, and number 15, which is Young Love, which is the white, and then number 103, Diva, which is this beautiful glittery red. And then for the silver overlay that I put on top of the white, I'm using Beetles gel nail polish in B045. So that is the color of the Beetles polish. So we'll get all the base colors laid because they're really, really simple. And then we'll do the couple little nail art bits at the end. This probably won't be a super long video, but I wanted to kind of share my process and also celebrate my 100 subscribers with all of you. Okay, let's get started. So we're starting off with this really beautiful red shimmery color from Vetsy. This is one of their solid polishes. And I find kind of less is more. You want like thin coats. So I'm going to put this on my pinky and my thumb. So maybe we can zoom in here so you guys can see a little bit better while I'm doing the painting. And we will speed up this process. Okay, so I've gone ahead and applied 3 coats of that red to get that nice full coverage. So they're looking really, really good. And now we're going to do the exact same, but we're going to do 3 coats of the white, number 15, Young Love. I'm going to clean my brush really, really well in acetone so I don't get any red transferring over. And then we'll come back and do the silver overlay for the middle finger. Okay, so we've gone ahead and done 3 coats of each color of all the base coats, curing for 30 seconds in between each. That's how many I found to get the opacity that I wanted and get that color payoff. To do the silver, I'm using the Beetles gel in B045. It is quite sheer, so I am going to do 2 coats. So I'm going to do 2 coats on my middle finger, curing for 30 seconds in between each, and then I'll come back and we will tackle our nail art. All right, so we added that silver overlay to the middle finger. It makes it kind of pop. It's really, really pretty. We're also going to use that same effect when we create our candy cane finger, which we're going to do together right now. So to create this look, I'm using some striping tape. The striping tape is not staying, so it doesn't matter what you use. This is just a rainbow glitter one. I find the glitter ones are actually stronger, so they tend to break less when you remove them. And you're also going to need a very thin detail brush to paint in that color. So I'm going to place my striping tape kind of in a diagonal. I'm going to do it this way. So it's like opposite of this finger and kind of even. And then we're going to paint every other one silver and every other one red. So let's get to adding our striping tape. Okay, so to add the striping tape, I'm going to zoom us in. So you're going to need some striping tape. Like I said, it doesn't matter, but I find the glitter tape tends to be stronger, and you're going to need some scissors to cut it with. Now the tricky part is finding the end. All right, I'm back. We found the end. So you're going to want to cut off, like, they don't need to be super long pieces, but just little pieces like that. And then you're going to lay them on your nail. So like I said, I kind of want to, do I want to do the exact same? Maybe I'll do the exact same so that they match. So I kind of like that. Maybe. And there's no like right or wrong. There's no science to this. You're just going to place it and you're going to make sure it's really firm and tight down there on the nail so you don't get any bleeding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my other stripes and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have placed the striping tape on my finger. I put 4 pieces so that we can have 2 stripes of red and 3 stripes of silver, just like my other hand. I'm going to pull out my red polish. Because this is like a solid polish, I don't need a palette for this. I'm just going to actually dip my brush right into the pot and try not to make a giant mess. So as you can see, I've painted using a really fine brush in the lines that I want red. I realized I was doing it out of focus. So I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and then we'll come back and we'll do a second coat. Alright, so now we're going to paint that second coat. I'm going to leave us kind of zoomed out because last time I was not in focus and you couldn't see what I was doing. So I apologize about that. But as you can see, I'm doing 2 thin layers within those lines and I cure between each. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to cure that again for 30 seconds and then we will do the silver lines. Alright, I just pulled out a piece of disposable palette and I'm going to put some of that silver polish on it so that we can use our detail brush to paint in our silver part of our candy cane. I know it's harder to see, but I am going to keep you zoomed out just because I find with my camera placement sometimes it's really hard to make sure that I'm in focus, and I don't want you guys to like not be able to see it. So just like with the red, I'm doing a thin layer on the white stripe part to create the silver part of our candy cane. Of course, you could use this method to do any kind of design, like it doesn't have to be a candy cane, but I don't know about you, but I really struggle to create straight lines freehand. I am not good at it. So striping tape is so good because it allows me to create a really like polished look with a lot of straight lines that I wouldn't be able to create freehand. So it makes your nails look more professional. So it's kind of cheating, sort of, maybe a little, but I think that it's not cheating. I think it's using the tools to create something that looks good and nobody has to know, right? Our little secret. So you could, if you wanted just to do a candy cane look, you could do this on both of your both of like your accent nails. But I really wanted to use, in my last Shein haul, I had hauled the little like tree gems. So I really wanted to use them. So that's why we're using them. But there we go. That's all done. I'm going to cure this for a final 30 seconds and then we'll remove the striping tape together. Okay, so that is all cured. So I'm just going to hope for the best and take off this striping tape. As you can see, we had a little bit of the red leakage, but that's okay. I have a plan to fix it. So hopefully we don't have too much leakage. That's why it's super important. That one looks pretty good. To make sure that that striping tape is pushed down really, really well and really tightly to the nail, because then you get that crisp white. That one was a really good pull. Overall, I think it's looking really, really good. I'm pretty happy with those lines. Bring them up more into focus. So you can see with a little bit of leakage of red right there, but otherwise they're nice and white and crisp. But how we're going to fix that is we're going to take that same super thin liner brush and we're going to take our white polish and we're just going to lay it in that line to cover up that red. So I have just the smallest amount of polish on my liner brush and I'm literally just going to lay it in that groove. And all we're doing is kind of covering that little bit of red that leaked. What I did was I just crisped up those lines with some white and now you can see that it looks really, really good. And you can't see that we made the mistake and there was that little bit of red. So I'm going to cure this for a full 60 seconds, make sure it's really, really cured, and then we will create our Christmas tree. Okay, so in order to create our Christmas tree, like we have on this hand, I'm using some like gems that I picked up from Shein. It's kind of like Lego for your nails. It's really cool. So they're in these like geometrical shapes. And when you put them together, they create a tree, which is kind of cool because you can make a tree as tall, or as short as you want. I also grabbed out 3 little pearls, and I used those kind of as snowflakes because I found with just the tree, it was kind of missing something. So this is what we're going to do to create that tree. And this is going to drive me to drink. There we go. Okay, so they're all turned around, so they're all ready to go. I'm using the Model 1's nail glue gel. I find it's really, really good for adhering gems. It's a nice thick gel. And I'm just going to use this dotting tool to apply the gel to my fingernail. So I'm going to build it from the bottom up, kind of how a tree grows. So I'm just going to get a nice good glob of this gel, put those to the side, and I'm just going to start at the bottom of my nail and I'm going to kind of put it going all the way up. I'm going to basically build half of it, cure, and then build the other half. But I want to make sure there's enough of that gel so it adheres really well when we get to curing. So I've added that, and then I'm just going to use this little tool. I had grabbed my tweezers, but I found when I did my other hand, the gem adhering tool was easier. I don't know if we can zoom in, if we can see this better. So I'm going to place my stump, and then I want to build the top or the bottom half of my tree. So I want to make sure that they're nice and straight. As you can see, it literally looks like a tree. So I just want to make sure it's nice and straight and that I'm happy with how it looks. So I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to now cure this in my lamp for, actually I'll add the triangle top because there is enough gel there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to cure this for a full 30 seconds, and then we'll come back and add the star and snowflakes. Okay, so now we're just going to add a little bit more gel so that we can add our star. Get quite enough. It's like trying to get enough, but also not too much. And then I'm also just going to make a couple dots where we're going to add our pearls, aka our snowflakes. I thought these pearls were just perfect. They are small enough so they don't kind of look funny, and they kind of like create that like snow look. Awesome! Again, I'm really happy with the placement, so now I'm going to cure. So we have our really pretty tree with our snowflakes, and we have our candy cane nail. I'm really happy with how they turned out. And so to finish everything off, we're going to use a top coat. I'm going to use Model 1's top coat. I really like this top coat. It's thin enough, but levels really well, and it's super, super shiny. So I just do a nice, thin, even top coat to all of my nails. I'll come back and do the tree at the end, just because it's a little bit more finicky going around those crystals. So as we're coming to this end of this video, I just want to say like how truly like grateful I am that I've reached 100 subscribers and that there are 100 of you that have enjoyed watching my videos. It means more than I think I could ever express. Yeah, I just like, I love doing this, and I love sharing all the nail goodies that I buy with you guys all, and I like kind of like sharing funny stories and my tips and tricks. And so I'm just so, so grateful that you guys enjoy my content and want to continue supporting me. So just from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's the finished set. I'm so happy with them. They turned out so pretty. Yeah, I love the trees and the candy cane, and yeah, they're just screaming Christmas. Please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!